And tell Big Brother how you feel about the new head of house.
I was not happy, because honestly, I feel Tamara, she's head of house, but Terry is still, playing power the house, because literally they know where we stand with them and we know where we stand with them.
Eviction tension. Yeah, so literally there is so much tension in the house, and this tension is literally coming from the housemates that have just been placed on possible eviction come Sunday. Guys, want to talk about the eviction tension that is roaming around in the Mzansi mansion. You guys, if you're new to the channel, thank you for stopping by. Consider subscribing if you're very new to the channel. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for always coming back here to check out my videos. Turn on post notifications so that you don't forget, or you don't overlook, or you don't get updated of any of my videos that I share. I currently just do in-depth analysis of the Big Brother Mzansi show. Guys, I give you the in-gist on what's happening in the house. So if you want to be in the know, guys, tune in, because I share multiple videos every day just to make sure that you know what's happening in Biggie's mansion. So guys, right now I would say something. There is something obviously happening in the house. There's a lot of circles and there's a lot of conspiracies in the house. And I see these conspiracies and I'm like, okay, if this is going to help some people's game, well, it's welcome. But if it's not going to, then there is definitely going to be a problem. Now, guys, but what I'm going to say is that the two people who this eviction tension is really, really on is Mfo and Acacia. And Acacia was lucky to escape eviction last Sunday because of the veto power, which was actually a mistake from Biggie. You guys, Acacia was actually nominated to be up for eviction, but unfortunately Terry actually used her veto power to save her, and then said she wasn't going to use the veto power, and then there was like this battle between whether it was used or not, and that was how Acacia missed out from not being nominated for possible eviction. So that was like a slim escape. But before looking at the 7 housemates that are up for eviction, I mean, all 6 of them are very new. Okay, let's just mention them. Zeno this is his first time up for eviction. Themba, this is his first time. Okay, no, this is Themba's second time, because the other one was a fake eviction, so let's just say it's the first time. Who now? Nale, of course it's her first time. But Mfo, guys, let's just leave all these other ones. Mfo, this is her second time, so she's literally looking at the house like, you guys hate me in this house. You guys hate me in this house. But before we go into Mfo's gist proper, let's talk about Acacia, guys. Acacia is like the dinky bliss that is still in the house. So because Tools have told us that this is Dinky back in action. Guys, listen to what Tools has to say.
But I'm saying now that she's gone, there's a new seat. And someone is going to take that seat. I'm telling you.
You think?
So literally, guys, somebody had to take over Dinky's position, and Acacia has just been doing that. You guys know that when Dinky was in the house, Dinky was fighting everybody, Acacia was fighting everybody. Now Dinky's gone, it looks like Acacia's taking over, and guys, it is hot seat. So there's been a lot of fever, there's been a lot of tension, and I don't know, but Acacia has been proving to be very toxic. A lot of the housemates actually like look at her like, what's wrong with you? Are you here for a man or you're here for a game? She's acting very childish, but she really doesn't care. She says she wants her safe space, and her safe spaces doesn't involve Venice being around. Guys, we literally saw them on Monday washing, like Venice and Acacia were washing, and they didn't even say a word to themselves, and I'm like, oh my god, this hate is real. Moving over, like a lot of people have a lot of nasty things to say about Acacia. Norman is like, he's disgusted at her attitude. You guys know, after the food beef, after the food quarrel, Norman actually went to meet Acacia and midnight and apologized that same day, and even said he was going to apologize publicly if that's what she wanted. But I don't know why she's just like hell-bent on being on her own. Anyways, come Sunday, I have my fingers crossed on these 2 housemates. For me, I think out of Mfo and Acacia, I think maybe Mfo might be saved from this eviction come Sunday. But Acacia, I really doubt her coming out of this eviction. I really doubt it. Guys, what do you think about the eviction for Acacia and for... Well, guys, let's get into this conversation, the circles, the cliques, and how this housemates, the diary section, guys, and what happened in there. So if you guys noticed, Yoli has been one of the smartest people in the house, and I'm going to say something like, looking at the circles, the conversations that happened, especially on Monday before this eviction and nomination started, makes you want to look at this house and be like, guys, were they all like, are they always on a mental no, like every single time they have an interaction with all the housemates? Because basically, guys, on Monday I noticed that there was this sitting conference where Sis Tamara was there, Tools was there, Vino was there, and Four was there. And guys, look at this circle. People sitting down there were all nominated. They were all nominated for possible eviction. I'm like, what's going on here? And then, guys, look at this conversation. There was a conversation that happened when Nale, Ntabil, and who was that? They were having a conversation on the dining. Like, they were having a conversation. And then Julie from nowhere just came in and asked a very simple question. And that question she asked was just to see their response. And Nali was like, she likes to be in a safe space. If she wants to have a conversation with somebody and the person says, I'm not in for a conversation, she'll let the person be. That she likes to be in a safe space. And guys, look at this table arrangement and look at the Four leaving that place immediately. It looks like she just came there to just do a mental check on the housemates to see how they behave and what their mindsets were about certain things. Because after Yoli asked that question, and it looked like Nali was the only person that gave her a satisfying answer, she left the space. And guys, if you look at that, Nali was the only person in this sitting arrangement that Yoli didn't call out for possible eviction. So literally, it simply means that every single time these housemates are having a conversation, whether it's men's conference, whether it's women's conference, whether it's a general conference, whether it's the games time, they are just practically reading themselves, critiquing themselves, understanding their temperaments, their attitudes, and a lot of other things. And guys, I will not even lie, the conspiracy has been crazy, especially when you look at the conversation that happened between BU Tools and Vino. These guys are so savage. They're like, you know what, we know who the drama queen is. It's Acacia. We're gonna let her be. I don't know, but for some reason, I kind of like how mature these housemates are, because when we look at Tools is that one person who, when Acacia wants to talk, he's willing to listen to her, and then he still knows that she talks bullshit. He knows that whatever she's doing, he's not cool with it, but you know, he's just that still nice person that puts up a nice face but knows what exactly he's running towards. And so literally, I'm just gonna say that all the housemates have very, very strong personalities. They know what they want, they know who they want to nominate. Because when we look at Sister Mara's nomination list, like, we're going to look at it like critically. No, Sister Mara was just looking at who is not serious in this game to get eliminated. Like, who is not playing the game, who is not shining, who is not being obvious, who is not trending in the house. Basically, was who Sister Mara took out of, wanted to take out of the house and then put up for nomination. And then when we look at Yoli's list, we're looking at Yoli's looking at the competitive ones. Demba looks like he's very competitive. I don't know why she picked Ntabi. I think I'll go back to listen to her. But I look at, she was very strategic about picking who she put up for eviction. And guys, when we look at their reign, Sister Mara and Yuli, I cannot lie, they look very good together. Because looking at the very first day they emerged as both head of house and deputy head, we saw them like take their weekly wage attack seriously. And guys, I'm not going to lie, I feel in my heart that this week they're going to be winning their first weekly wager task. I have that gut feeling in my mind. I don't know why it's so strong, but I have it there. I feel like their concentration, their dedication, like they actually literally had to share them into 8 groups and say, okay, you know what, everybody has a cleaning partner. Because right now I think there are 17 in the house, yes. So everybody has one cleaning partner, and everything looks like it's just going smoothly in the house. I don't know, but for some reason, I just feel like they're going to be doing well in their weekly wage tax this week. I feel like they're going to get some good news in the house. I'm just keeping my fingers crossed on it. Guys, what do you think about Sister Mara's reign? And of course, with Terry behind Sister Mara, when he's going about taking care of all the things that he has to take care of, I'm just looking at it like this is going to be a blossom weekend. These circles and conspiracies, we don't know how big they can get, we don't know how large they can get, but seriously, it looks like Mfo is one of those people who think that there's a lot of conspiracy against her, because the things that she has said has proved that, okay, I feel like everybody just wants me to get out of this house. Everybody feels like I'm a toy, unwanted toy, and they just want to get me out of this house, and I don't know how to react to it. So it's just been mental breakdown, emotional breakdown. I don't know, but when we look at the 7 housemates, I mean, guys, who do you think could be leaving the house come Sunday in the live evictions? I'm just thinking in my head that Zeno and Acacia might be leaving the house. I don't know, I just have a strong feeling that these two might leave, except of course their fans wake up and probably do something, but they look like they're the weakest links in the house right now. I don't know, these are my thoughts. They're bound to change. I'm not trying to be very sentimental about anything. I'm just saying it the way I feel it. If you think differently, guys, let me know in the comment section. What other small circles are you seeing? So now let me just mention the cliques that I've noticed in the house right now. I've noticed a very strong bond between Gashwan and Norman. Norman looks like the guy in the house. Everybody's flowing with him, and I think he's going to be escaping nominations. I strongly feel so. Another person who I feel might be escaping nominations, except Acacia came, except the people she's fighting with comes back, is Venice. Venice looks like she's cool with a lot of people in the house, and they might just look at her like, okay, we might not, I mean, put you up for eviction. And then guys, look at Libo. Libo looks like he's cool with everybody in the house. For some reason, I noticed that even when the first fake eviction started, Libo was literally just called once. He was the only person who was called once during the eviction time. So I don't know, but a lot of this housemates looks like they have their games on. For me, I think the person who is very strategic in the house right now is Sister Mara. Aside from the fact that he won head of house, he is very, very, very strategic. And another very strategic person in the house is Terry. I'm not gonna lie. Themba has been ghosting, though that's a silent strategy, but he's very, very loud still in the house. But guys, when we talk about strategic, I think Gashwan is one of the most strategic male housemates in that house. He kind of has a very interesting game on. He's being cool, he's playing cool. Like, everybody knows he's being strategic, and I think he's kind of gaining fans out there. I don't know, but this is just what I feel. I think for the male housemates, I think Gashwan has it. He knows what's up, he knows what he's doing. Yes, I think Norman is playing a cool game with being friends with everybody. I think his personality, but he's playing a really dope game. For the ladies, I think Venice is the one who's really hitting it hard with a strategy. Like, I feel like Venice is the person who just is cool and who might just be working on a strategy of be nice to everybody. I don't know, this is just my humble thoughts on it. Nale, really right now, Nale too is playing the cool and calm, collected kind of a strategy, but I don't think it's thick to keep her very long in the house. It might, because I mean, she's a loud face before the show. But guys, really looking at it, I think the most strategic female housemate in that house, Yoli has been doing well, though I've not seen her strategy, but she's been very focused. But when we look at the most strategic housemate in the house, I need to give it to Sister Mara, because looking at his nomination, I'm like, oh my god, this is brilliant. Guys, what are your thoughts on the circles that are happening in the house, the cliques, the conferences, the gossips, because they've been loud, and I know they're going to get louder. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. This is literally it, and we're looking forward to seeing a very amazing week, of course, with big highlights, especially with Sister Mara in control. I'm going to see you all in another video. For now, bye-bye, take care, and stay tuned to this channel for more regular updates of the Big Brother Mzansi show. I'm out of here. See you on the next one.